What's up, guys? If you're watching this video, then Khaos Reigns, the Mortal Kombat 1 expansion, is officially out now. WB invited me over to try out the 3 new characters, Noob Saibot, Cyrax, and Sektor. Noob, of course, was my main back in Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 11, so I spent the most time on him. I gotta say, though, the main takeaway you should have from this video is that Mortal Kombat 1 feels more complete now. Cameos have more going on, and specifically these 3 characters being added makes it feel like a complete Mortal Kombat game finally. I only had about 30 minutes per character, and I spent like 50 of those on Noob, so I barely got to touch Cyrax and Sektor. But let's get into it. Let's talk about Noob Saibot. He's back. He's got some depth this time around. He's got good advancing normals. He's got a decent low starter. He's got, of course, the teleslams and the shadow portals with a little zoning and some ghost balls. That's going to be the core of the character, right? But the main big difference this time around is Embrace Chaos. That is the name. It is his new big mechanic that he can use once per game. And the thing about this is that it's timed. So once you activate it, you have a certain amount of time to use as many shadow moves as possible in that time frame, because they all become launchers. Every shadow move that you can get out there in that time will spawn a shadow portal to continue your combo on hit. So this basically means we're going to see some crazy combos that are only possible with this power-up. Now, the combo potential here is actually a little bit overwhelming once you also add in cameos, so I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with here. The absolutely huge downside to this, though, is that once the timer runs out, you no longer have access to any of the shadows for the rest of the round. Now, at first, I thought that was just going to be for his shadow projectiles like the Running Man, the Slide, the Dive Kick in the air, the Legend Kick, etc. But instead, it's every shadow goes missing. So he has strings where the second hit is a shadow, you no longer have that entire string. You only have the first hit of it now, right? So it is a huge downside. So it's a problem, but it's also super cool. The combos are very neat and very fun to try to explore. Moving on. As far as zoning goes, I don't think we're going to ever get back the zoning noob from MK9, unfortunately. The Running Man slam in this game slams them towards noob, so it automatically forces you to play close up instead of keeping them away with a zoning game like we used to have fun with an MK9, right? And honestly, it seems to me like Sektor might be the best zoner out of these 3. A little bit about her. She seems a little bit more different from the past, but still really fun, very easy to pick up. And the fact that she has a double jump now with L2 is pretty wild. It's not something that we're used to in this game, at least, right? So having a double jump, pretty big deal, I think, for the character. And the rest of her tools, you know, kind of basic, kind of new. I think it's just a fun addition just to see Sektor back in the game, to be honest. And similar for Cyrax, right? Cyrax, when I picked her up, super fun. Basically what you expect to see. She's got the nets, the bombs, the teleports, and some new enhanced additions and strings, etc. So I'm sure all you Cyrax mains are going to be happy, right? Now, all 3 of these characters, though, super duper cool. Very easy to pick up. I had a lot of fun playing them in the short amount of time I had with them. But the thing is, I really feel like they should have been in the base roster of the game. It seems to be the FGC standard now, where the base roster is just missing a bunch of characters that we expect to be in there, only to be added on later via the DLC. And I just wish we could go back to the time where DLC was just for guest characters and that sort of thing, right? But here we are. This is how things are nowadays. And that's basically it. You know, go get the game, check it out. I really feel like things are more fleshed out now with the cameos all having more moves. The roster feels much better. I didn't realize how much I missed Cyrax and Sektor even. Like, they're not characters I really think of a lot, but just having them in the game and just seeing the possibilities of them, like seeing the net and bomb traps, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool, right? So it's cool to have all that back in the game, and I wish it was all there at launch. But that's it, man. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this content, make sure you click that subscribe button. I know there's a lot of fighting game stuff going on right now, but I'll put out as much as I can. I will catch you guys next time. Have a good one. Boom.